Hi all, welcome to Salesforce Gurus. I hope you all are doing good. So it's a great opportunity to learn about the how we can prevent the recursion in Salesforce and how we can avoid the recursion in Apex trigger basically. So first of all, we will learn like in which scenario the recursion occurred, and the second one how we can prevent the recursion. So I have created already the contact trigger and contact handler class. So I have shown in my previous video how we can create triggers. If you are new in Salesforce, then you can go and watch that video. Then after that you can continue this video. So first of all, we will consider a scenario like we will create a count field on contact object, which will show how many times that contact has been updated. So first of all, we will create a count field on contact. So we will search contact in quick find box, then select the contact, then go to field and relationship, click on new, and choose the number data type. So then next, field name will be the count. Next, then hit next again and click on save button. Then you can see the count field has been created in the contact object. So now, so the mostly recursion occurred in the after update trigger. So suppose we are in after update trigger context, we are updating the contact field. What will happen? Suppose if we are updating the contact field in the after update situation, then it will creating loop in a single transaction. Like whenever we have like whenever the after update trigger runs, it updated the contact record again, then it will count the updation happen again in the same transaction, then it will create loop until the governor limit hits. So for avoiding this, first I will show you how it will create the recursion, then I will show you how we can avoid this. So first of all, we will create a method like static void, then we will write the method name update contact. Then we will pass the parameter. We will pass the list of count. We will pass the list of contact. And after that, we will create a list again for updating that contact record. Contact, contact update list. Then we will create for each loop, because as we know, like the trigger can process 200 record at a one time. For bulky find the trigger, we are using the for each loop. And contact, this is the variable name, and here we will pass the list name. Then, uh, as I said earlier, we cannot direct update the Salesforce record in after insert or after update situation. Like if the trigger is running the after insert and after update context, then we cannot directly create the Salesforce record. So first of all, we need to create a instance for that contact. So we will create contact Then we will write the variable name, new contact record. ID is equal to contact where dot ID. So first, so for avoiding the null pointer exception, first I will check if the count is null or not. So how we will check? If dot count not is equal to null. If the count is null, then what we will do? Else new record dot count is equal to 1, because if the count is null, it means the edit is the updation is not happen in that record. So that's why we will pass the value as 1. If the count is not null, then what we will do? So the count is equals to var dot count plus 1 and click on save. Then we will put that record in the list dot add. I will add the new contact record in that list, then save, and then we will check. We will update the contact if the lead is not empty. So this is the good practice for checking the list. If the list is not empty, then we will perform the updation or insertion operation on that list. So not is equal to list dot is empty. That is the function. If the list is empty, then it will check if the list is empty or not. So then update that list. Okay. So we have successfully created the handler class. So moving forward with trigger. So first we will, so as we are running the trigger only on the after update, then we don't need to check with the trigger is running in the after update or after insert. So we can simply copy the handler class name, put there, then the method name. As we are using the static method, then we can directly call that method with the class name. So trigger dot new and save. Okay. Then go to contacts and check if there any existing contact or not. Yeah. So then open the contact and we will see the count field has been added to the page layout already. So first go to details and yeah, the count field is already there. So we will update the lead source as web. Then save. Yeah. Here you can see the recursion happen. And it happens until the DML until the governor limit until it hits the governor limit. So for now the updation failed because of the trigger recursion. So how we can handle that? So for handling the recursion, we will create the variable on class level. So variable should be public static. Yeah, why I am using static here? Because we can use the variable name with the class name. For that, I am using the static keyword. So, and we will write the variable name run once, and we will set the data type we do boolean is equal to true. So, in while the declaration, we will put the true value in for that variable, and once the once the once the record is added to the list, then we will update that variable's value as false. Then save. Then here we will put the if condition if, then copy the variable name, put, and click on save. Then we will save this record again, and you will see the record has been saved, and we will update the lead source, then save. So currently what is happening for the if the trigger is started, then the initial value run once is true. So, and once the value is true, then trigger is started with the contact handler class. Once the contact record value added to that list, then we are pushing the runs trigger value as false. Then we are updating the run trigger value as run once value as false, because if the recursion happen, then it will consider that class if the run once value is true. Then because we are updating the run once value as false, then it will not able to refire the same trigger again, and it will not able to create recursion on that trigger. For that purpose, I am using the variable at the class level, and I am update once my logic has done, then I am updating the that variable value as false. So for with this method, you can avoid the recursion.